All right, hey, welcome to Tech for Humans. It's the AI podcast. We're talking automation, agentic workflow, business AI, tokens, agents, AI for business, business for AI.
Okay.
Business,
Yeah, AI, yeah.
All right.
So what's the episode about? Come on.
All right, so in all seriousness, this week we're talking token economics. So my name is Pat Devlin, with me as always.
Flynn, hi guys.
Let's talk about tokens first. So what is a token?
Yeah, okay, simple definition. Basically, a token is a chunk of text. So you can think of it as a word, maybe like breeze or a few characters of a word. And it's pretty much how you get billed when you're talking to a ChatGPT or Claude or whatever.
All right, so if AI is electricity, tokens are what appears on my meter and kind of makes my bill happen, right?
Exactly.
So more tokens, bigger bill.
Yep.
Okay, so there's this concept kicking around, which, and I'm sorry if you already know all about it, but we're gonna talk about it. It's called Tokenmaxxing.
Yep.
So I think it started from this guy called Jensen Huang. Jensen Huang is the CEO of Nvidia. Nvidia make some of the hardware that make all the AI in the world work, and very famous guy, very famous company. And he gave this speech, what feels like an age ago, but it's probably only months ago, saying, you've got AI, and if you're not using a ton of tokens, that shows you're not using the AI very well. So if you're coding and you're only using a few tokens, then you're not being very efficient, and you should be using tons. And so people ran around and started spending tokens like there was no tomorrow, and they call that, and they were trying to kind of outdo each other on how many tokens they spent, right?
Yeah, and he was even using it as like a metric of how well his engineers were even working.
Yeah. So they called that Tokenmaxxing, and a bunch of companies set up incentives that would pay their employees bonuses if they used more tokens. How did that work out?
The second you say that, I think of Uber.
Yeah.
It was like 4 or 5 months ago maybe, they set up a whole leaderboard around this token max, and they were like, for all their engineers, they were like, we'll reward you with bonuses if you can, exceed your token limits in this amount of time. They didn't predict it to go that crazy, but because people wanted those bonuses so badly, they'd set up even agents to just automate the token usage. So within a month or two, they'd use their entire year's budget, and they were like, oh shit,
Yeah, so that's bad. So I feel like there's a bunch of those kind of stories, and so the world's kind of flipped on its head and gone, oh my God, we're spending all our tokens, we need to think about a way to be more efficient with that. And so everything's kind of changing. You were telling me the other day that the AI companies themselves have changed the way they look at tokens as well, right?
Yeah, so they're even trying to move away from the normal subscription base because people are just using it too much to pay as you go, because for them that's higher margins. But this then puts enterprise in a place where they're now spending millions every month because it's just exponential how much they're using.
Yeah, so token cost has become a thing people are really worried about.
Yeah.
The bulk of what we do, we do some apps that spend tokens, but the bulk of what we do in our daily business, we're pretty small, it's just subscription based, right? So I think I mentioned before, we've got a few tools, but we love Claude. I got a Claude subscription. What do I care about the token spend? It's not costing me any extra.
Yeah, even for like subscription based, you're still going to run out regardless. So I think regardless, if you're an enterprise using millions of tokens a month, or someone just on the premium plans, you still need to think about like, am I going to run out today or tomorrow, and make sure that you don't max that out.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I'm constantly getting bounced off my limit. So I'll be doing stuff and it'll be like, you're out of tokens for today. Do you want to buy more? I'm like, no, I don't. I'm very cheap.
Yeah.
All right, so if I want to stay within my limit, how do I keep my token usage down, but the quality of my work up?
Okay, 3 quick things I'd probably do. Firstly, whenever you're building documents like a Word doc or a PowerPoint, build it once with Claude to help you, export it, and then only talk text in the chat. So you don't want to be rebuilding these documents every 2 seconds because it's going to burn through so many tokens. Secondly, I would always make sure your conversations don't go too long. In any AI, every message you send, it puts it into like the AI's kind of knowledge base, and then it needs to pull it back in every time. So you're using exponentially more credits. And thirdly, I would say is really focus on what models you're using. If I'm building an email, Claude Sonnet, for example, that's plenty. If I need to analyze a 1 million line repository, which builds or whatever, you probably want to go towards Opus or even Fable, which is currently out as well.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about Fable soon.
Yeah.
Different podcast. All right, so keep be careful not to build complex image-based documents because they burn a bunch of tokens. So build my document once, focus on text only. 2 was keep my chat window as short as is reasonable because big context, more tokens.
Yep.
And 3, don't always use the most powerful model because that's going to burn a lot more tokens as well.
And even for enterprise as well, a nice thing we like to build is a little token tracker.
Yeah.
So like quickly hook it up to your workflows and it can show you how much you're using. Because often it's pretty hard to tell just like from going into Claude. So yeah, I recommend that as well.
Yeah, I like that a lot, and we do recommend that for everybody. So you don't want to build a business case thinking it's one thing and then discover 6 months later it's burned out of control. 100%. AI is very good at exponentially growing token usage when you add more data. Okay, so that's token economics. The new world is less about spending more tokens and more about finding a way to spend tokens efficiently.
Yeah, 100%.
We try to do a section each week on what's hot or not. And this week, what I wanted to focus on is, and it's not related to tokens, but what the hell? It's AI bots doing sales outreach on LinkedIn. So
these are the spams you get on LinkedIn. Hey, is your business interested in?
Yeah. So if true confession time, when we started this business, I was very proud of using a tool to do an AI outreach program. It would find a person, it would send them an email, and then it would reply, have a little conversation. And I thought we were legends for doing that. And then my own inbox filled up full of the most awful AI slop crap.
And you realized how bad it was.
Yeah, and I looked in the mirror and I think I hate myself for doing that. So we're off the tools.
Yeah.
I was gonna call out the name of a tool, but I feel like that's kind of mean. It's not the company, it's more the idea. And like, my big thing at the minute is LinkedIn. When we're on LinkedIn, this newsletter's on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's so full of AI-generated crap that the human stuff's becoming much more powerful. When you agree?
Yeah, no one likes AI slop. LinkedIn today is all about originality. It's about being yourself. That's all people care about.
Yeah. So as usual, we love the tools, but this is tech for humans. We're two humans. We're talking about this. AI helps us prepare. AI helps us transcribe. But it's our ideas, right?
Yeah.
So, as we always say, this is the fastest moving technology that's ever been. It's accelerating quickly. It's next to impossible to keep up. The reason this podcast exists is because we found it difficult to find good data to teach ourselves. So we're trying to provide some hints and tips for you guys and help out where we can. If you like it, subscribe. If you hate it, subscribe. If you like it, comment. If you hate it, comment and argue with us. In 3 months' time, this might seem like the dumbest idea ever, but right now, this is the best we got. So, thank you, Flynn, as usual. Pleasure.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Till next week.
See ya.